Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Nurul Ilma Hassan and I'll be teaching you chapter heat. Today our topic is an important derivation which comes in your exam regarding volumetric thermal expansion and linear thermal expansion. Basically, we have to show mathematically the mathematical relationship between both these constants, the volumetric and linear thermal expansion. As you can see from these two tables which I have pasted here, table 8.3 and table 8.4, not from your book, it's from somewhere else. The book, these two tables clearly show that the same values of alpha for a particular temperature are thrice when we come to beta values. And we can clearly see that the coefficient of volumetric thermal expansion is thrice of um, this alpha, right? In our paper, the questionnaire says show that beta equals to 3 alpha, or they ask that prove that beta equals to 3 alpha or alpha equals to beta over 3, or they may say that prove that coefficient of volumetric thermal expansion is thrice or 3 times of coefficient of linear thermal expansion. Now we'll do the derivation of it and check that how this relationship is proven mathematically. Firstly, we would consider a metallic box, this time a 3D structure having initial length of L1, right? Then width of W1 and you can see it here. This is the structure. Right? And this part is L1. This part is W1. And this part is B1. Sorry. Let's take it as H1. This one is L1. Right? And the other one, the other height as W1. This one is W1. This is L1. This is H1. Right? Now, this is a metallic box which we'll heat, whose measurements we'll take at a temperature of T1. This T1 temperature would be raised to temperature T2, and at those moment, at that time, we'll also take the measurement. We all know that volume is equal to L by H, W by H, length into width into height. And so the initial volume of this box would be like V1 equals to L1 W1 H1, which we take as equation number 3. Whenever you find an important equation, you must inbox it like this. ठीक है, इसके गिर्द आप ऐसे एक बॉक्स बना दें जो बहुत प्रोमिनेंट हो, प्लस आप उसको एक न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू दे दीजिए. जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने 1 दी है. Now, if the temperature is increased from T1 to T2, the final volume will be given like this in mathematical equation. V2 equals to L2 W2 in H2 into H2. This would be equation number 2. Mark it and inbox it. Since we all know that L2 is equal to L1 into 1 plus alpha delta T, which we derived yesterday, W2 and H2 would be like this. W1 into 1 plus alpha delta T, H1 into 1 plus alpha delta T. Therefore, according to equation number 2, if we put in all these three values into the values of L2, W2 and H2, we'll get such an equation, right? After getting such equation, we'll solve it. We know that 1 plus alpha delta T is common here, here and here. We'll take them at one side, marking a power of 3 here. And L1, W1 and H1 would be taken at the other side. As we know that L1, W1, H1 is what? Is W1, which we just saw in our previous slide. L1, W1, H1 would be taken as V1, and 1 plus alpha delta T whole cube is taken as here. V2 equals to V1, V1 into 1 plus alpha delta T is our third equation. Mark it and again highlight it in a box. Now, we all know, as we did yesterday, that A plus B whole cube is equal to A cube plus B cube plus 3A square B or plus 3AB square, or whatever you can keep the sequence of it. Now, 1 plus alpha delta T cube. Here, A is 1, B is alpha delta T. If we solve it, we'll find A cube as 1 cube, B cube as A cube delta T cube, 3AB square here, and 3A square B is here, right? You must keep it in a particular sequence, or I have mistook here, but that's not a big issue. 1 plus alpha delta T cube would now be taken here as 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, as we ignore this one and this one. And why do we do so? We are neglecting higher values of alpha. Higher values of power of alpha. Right? यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, यहाँ पे लिख लें power of alpha. Higher values of power of alpha. ठीक है? यहाँ पे you must write power of alpha, and I'll correct it in the PDF. Now equation 2 becomes V2 equals to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, right? Since we have taken 1 plus alpha delta T cube after solving as 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, and now V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, and as V2 equals to V1 into 1 plus beta delta T, which we derived yesterday, do you remember? We will compare these two right hand sides of V2 as this. Comparing both these equations, V2 equals to V1 plus into 1 plus 3 alpha delta T, and V2 equals to V1 into 1 plus beta delta T, the right hand side would be written like this. Now, we know that V1 into V1, V1 would be cancelled by this V1, right? 1 plus 3 alpha delta T and 1 plus beta delta T would be remaining. 1 would be cancelled by 1, right? Delta T, now what remains here? 3 alpha delta T and beta delta T. We would cancel delta T and delta T, right? If we solve by the common algebraic methods, you will find it yourself if you are not understanding it right now. And so what remains here? 3 alpha equals to beta, which is equal to beta equals to 3 alpha, or alpha equals to beta over 3. Hence, proven. This was our today's lecture for physics. I hope you enjoyed it and have learned this derivation. This is an important one for your 9th level, for your intermediate, for your matriculation level, and as well as in subsequent classes of intermediate as well.